FAU is first, then our seniors are second. Before I get into the seniors, I just want to thank President Goldman. I know there's going to be a transition coming up here. But she was part of the hiring of me. The first thing I did when Brian gave me the job was meet with her. She was unbelievably kind to me. Gave me a hug today and was there with the seniors. And I just think it's such a special thing. So I want to thank her for that. The second thing is Landon, our manager. His father passed away on Monday. And our managers are the core of what we do. It's the most thankless job in college basketball. And he is absolutely one of the best. And I just want to say that my thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. Between Landon and Ken Evans, I cried before the game. When you love something deeply, sometimes tears are appropriate, and today that was true. Ken surprised me crying. I didn't think that was possible. And he has never missed a day, never missed an extra workout. His relationship with Coach AG is as special as I've seen. The personal player development thing, I couldn't be more thankful for. I just want to say how much I love him. And then Kiki's been quietly going through this shin thing basically since we got him. He took the summer off. And I want to shout out our trainer, Joel. As good a last 2 weeks as I could ever expect from a trainer, and as maybe selfless behind the scenes as not giving up as Kiki has been with his leg. I'm sure so many people questioned or thought or wondered certain things about Kiki, but today with his 5 threes, I just want to make it clear his spirit the last couple weeks and his relationship with Joel has been incredibly special. And then Jack, the hammer we call him, Jack, I don't think had a stat because he had missed all his shots in his career. So that rebound puts Jack in the record books forever at FAU, which to me is so special because he does more extra lifts in the weight room and as much extra workouts as a starter. And his spirit and love for FAU. How many people are going to say I went to a Final Four at FAU and I'm in the record book at FAU? There's not going to be more than 15, I hope. A year or two from now, we're celebrating a new 15. But Jack's currently on that list. And so I just want to say I love our seniors. Thoughts and prayers with Landon. Incredibly thankful for our president and looking forward to good things in the future. If you have any questions about the game, that's fine. But I just want to make sure today is about the right things. All right, go ahead.
It seemed like right away it was a little bit of a dogfight, and then by the U12 timeout, you guys were up 10. What did you guys do to kind of flip that switch and keep it going?
Yeah, I think that's senior nights. I saw Scott Drew play his senior night, and they started really slow against Oak State, and eventually it just kind of turns. It's emotional. It's kind of weird coming out of the locker room. You can see like an oddness to us almost. Like I thought we made the right reads. Montas had 3 layups to start. It's not like we were getting bad shots. It was just a weird emotional thing. But once we settled in, we started making shots. The defense really carried today. They killed us on the glass last time, and we held them to 13 offensive rebounds instead of 25. And then I just say the 2 threes. When they shoot over 36% from 3, they're 9-1, and when they shoot under 30, I don't think they have a win. And we struggle guarding 3. So our toughness in those 2 areas, I thought, really carried. But the offense was slow to come along, but eventually got there.
So with the starting lineup changes, is there any strategy to that? Do you think that kind of played a role in the big victory today?
I don't know. I've said over and over again, we're really good when both centers play good. We're really good when both point guards play good. Who finishes the game is what matters. And today Jack got to finish the game, so to me that's what matters. There's waves. To me, the lineup that in the second half they scored 8 in a row, they went out and started getting some deflections and made a difference. That's probably the lineup that I would call the starters because they made the difference. So our guys are learning that it happens.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Let's talk about your first year with the program. Great win today, and of course, I know you beat USF, but following Dusty May, how would you define what your first year has been like here at FAU, knowing it's been a real big transitional year following him, and of course, the first time you've ever won in Tampa?
Yeah, Dusty did a great job. His success is part of why I wanted the job. It showed that you can have winning in paradise success on the beach. And so I'm thankful for what he did and how he built the program. At the end of the day, everybody's first year is different. Apart from thanking him, I'm not sure they have anything to do at all with each other. We have 11 new guys. I probably would have liked to keep a couple of his last guys, but it just didn't work out. But from the day we knew that wasn't going to work out, we moved forward, and this team is its own team.
Well, I'm looking at this crowd today, and geez, oh, Pete, the amount of energy in this building was incredible. I think a lot of the fans were hoping that you'd win by 30. But how do you take that momentum going into the AAC tournament? Because this is a really statement win against a team that was, I believe, what, 18-12 going into the game, and
Yeah.
you were 16-14.
They're 10-8.
This is impressive.
Won 6 of their last 7. They were probably the hottest team in the league apart from Memphis, so I'm thankful for that win. We just said in the locker room, we don't believe in momentum. We believe in habits, and the days where our defense has the right habits, we win, and when it doesn't, we don't. So styles will make fights. We're going to see who we play in the first and second round. Do they play zone? Do they not? Who's their best player? What's his tendencies? But habits are what make us successful. So momentum feels good, but habits are how we get out of that thing.
Coach,
It's senior day. Take your time. I'm happy to help.
of course. So, Coach, Devin Vanderpool's obviously come along in the rotation, making plays on both sides of the ball, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. How would you describe the energy he brings on the court when he comes into the game?
I think you can see we're willing to start new lineups. We're still willing to close with new lineups. We're willing to hold people accountable. And maybe we don't do that in public or in media. And when we lose, I put it on my shoulders, not the kids. But Devin, in the middle of some confrontation lately when it comes to our defense, has been a bright spot. As coachable and tough as you can find in a freshman. And I know this is senior day, but it's a great question because he deserves to be highlighted for the way he's handled the last week and a half.
Coach, we've talked about it since the beginning that the goal for this year is to win the AAC tournament, get the automatic bid, go back to March Madness. Well, now we're here. You guys are the 5 seed. You guys have shown you can win multiple games in a row. So, what do you think it's going to take to make a deep run in this tournament?
Yeah, the habits on defense will matter. Scouting on quick turnarounds will matter. I thought our guys have struggled at times. Just remember that the best player on the other team drives right. And today we made no mistakes on the best players. I mean, if you look at CJ Walker, who I thought has had a wonderful year. He's 2 of 10. We held him from his tendencies. And then you look at RJ Felton, he's 3 of 15. RJ is averaging 5 threes a game and has been as good as any guard in the league, and there's 6 or 7 wins. So if we can guard others' best players and make some shots in a big empty gym, and then really bring our own energy, which I thought we were able to do today, that'll give us a chance. But at the end of the day, we're going to have to win a couple close games. We know it. And so that'll come down to execution, free throws in the last 5 minutes. And how thrilled am I to see 15 and 16 from the line before we get on the road.
Obviously, the tournament is one game at a time, but any deep run in that tournament, you're going to take matchups against the top 4 teams in the conference, which you guys did struggle with at times this year. So if you guys hypothetically match up with them, is there going to be a bit more of an edge that you guys will be playing with kind of prove the point?
Well, I hope so. I mean, I don't sleep, I lose my voice, and I get in everything I can to these kids so we can find the answer. We've switched lineups, we've switched combinations, we've switched our ball screen coverage. What we haven't done is just blame the kids and stop. We've been as creative as we can be. We're not going home. The coaches will be in that little office this afternoon, pre-scouting all 3, so we can have a great day on Tuesday, travel Wednesday, and then be ready. But we'll learn from our mistakes. I thought we did against East Carolina today, and hopefully we'll do that moving forward.
Coach, obviously with the regular season now over, it extends an active win streak of winning seasons for FAU, extending obviously from Dusty's era. How crucial is it for a program like FAU to continue that winning success, like winning a majority of their games and of course a majority of their conference games, and have that look very promising for future prospects in the future?
Yeah, you're doing 2 things at once all the time. You're trying to keep perspective about this being a new staff, a new year, new situation, 11 new guys. So you're trying to be fair, but then you're also understanding in this new day and age in the portal that you got to have some winning or it can flip fast. You're not getting as much time because of the constant change. So we need 2 things to happen. We need to have a good week in Frisco, and then the 3 weeks after that, we want to keep playing. And then when we're done with that, we need retention. And the most important thing is that we get more than 5 of these guys to come back. And I think UAB only had 3 of their good players come back. They took 2nd place. Retention is going to be this deal. And my heart in this whole thing is to make FAU a family, and it becomes a family when our kids stay. And we're not that important. The kids are the most important, and my hope is that they're here next year.
Coach, her group thrown together for this 1-year period of time, what does it say about you that your senior day became a family matter and that you all became so close over the last several months to make it a meaningful day?
Yeah, 1, 5 years ago, I don't know that I thinking about having a senior day where I get to hug families. So I'm incredibly thankful for that gift. That's a gift from God, if I'm being honest. That's an answer to prayer, and I don't take that lightly. The second thing is I've been with a bunch of senior days with both Mark Few and Scott Drew, and we have lost, and how brutal is that? And we have won, and then we have had these, and these are the best, because then you can like put Jack in the game and celebrate. It makes everything better. So to not just win, but to win by 28 on this day is such a gift, and I'm so thankful we could celebrate it because it just gives us a chance to say thank you to everybody who's helped us.
Scott, last question.
Okay, I have a two-part question. Number one, you talked about Mark Few and Scott Drew as mentors. So how much have they meant to you? And my second part of that question, since you came to the program, have you ever reached out to Mike Jarvis, who's an important part of the program and knows the Boca Raton area as well? So Mike obviously is proven in the NCAA tournament as well, and of course your two mentors that helped you get to this point.
Yeah, I would say that Mark and Scott, there's no words to describe what they've done for me and my family. And I don't think it's even fair, the advantages that I've gotten in life because I met them. And there's better, equal, whatever coaches you want to say. At the end of the day, you're as good as your players and your staff. And I'm last on that list. My job is to serve others and lift them up. And I was shown that by two guys who served the program for over 2 decades. And that's my heart in this thing. Mike was at a game in the front row. I'd love to have coffee with him or dinner with him after this season. This was as fast in 8 months as I've ever had in my life. And so hopefully we can hang out this off season. But I'll say with all my heart, I love Mark Few and Scott Drew. So have a great night.